Undisputed, we are live from Los Angeles. I'm Jenny Taft here with Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. Good morning, guys.
It ain't no good morning.
Watch anything last
You saw
night?
what happened last night, Skip.
You saw that?
Wait a second. I want to get this right out there. Last night, I don't know which team you're talking about, but I'm talking about the other LA team, as in the Rams.
Oh, okay.
That was Baker Mayfield's fault. He wasn't there, but you can blame Baker Mayfield for everything that happened last night to the Rams.
It was Odell's fault, huh?
Yeah.
You look at him, you going to put that on Odell. I know you're going to put it on Odell.
Let's do it right now.
I'm curious, was Baker watching? Was he like, oh, there you go. There you go. You guys see that? I'm very curious. Okay, so we need to discuss Odell's big debut, that Hollywood debut. Well, it ended up being a box office dud last night. The wide receiver only had 18 yards on 2 catches, and the only other time he was targeted resulted in an interception on the Rams' opening drive. LA's offense never really clicked, and the 49ers took advantage, steamrolling to a 31-10 win. So, Shannon, what did you make of Odell's big debut that wasn't so big for the Rams?
Well, Skip, what happened was I think they anticipated him playing a lot more than what he did, but because they fell behind, you got to go hurry up. It's kind of hard to be hurry up, Skip, with a guy that just got there, Thursday, Friday, and you're playing on Monday. So it's hard to kind of tell him you try to do hurry up when you're not, just shouting, oh, Odell, run a comeback. The thing is, Skip, there's a lot more to running routes than just knowing the route to run. Because the thing is, okay, now, if the guy's here, how am I going to run it like this? And they don't have a whole lot of chemistry. And that's the problem that I have with Matthew Stafford throwing the deep ball. Okay, if that's Aaron Rodgers with Devontae Adams, we've been working together 7-8 years, Skip. You want to put a ball up like that? I got no problem with it. But I'm not putting the ball up to a guy that just got there on Friday. You don't know him well enough. You don't know his tendencies. He doesn't know your tendencies to put him in that situation. But what happened, Skip, they fell behind, and so now he doesn't understand the no huddle. He doesn't understand the 2-minute. So he's unplayable at that point in time. And so I think Sean McVay, this is not what he envisioned. Second week in a row, Matthew Stafford did what, Skip? On back-to-back possessions. Throw one interception, come back, throw another interception that leads to a pick 6. So now you're behind the 8 ball. It basically rendered their run game useless. 10 carries, 52 yards, but 41 pass attempts. But the biggest thing, a bigger concern for me, Skip, is the defense. Because they couldn't stop the run. They had no answer for Deebo Samuel. Deebo Samuel, Skip, is the best run after the catch wide receiver in football. They line him up in the backfield, they hand the ball off to a wide receiver, and he's getting 9-10 yards of carry. They couldn't pressure Jimmy G. Jimmy G was 15 of 19, 182, 2 touchdowns. So now you can't stop the run. You can't pressure the quarterback. You can't stop Jimmy. You can't stop Deebo. The Rams are built to play with a lead, Skip. You can't play the style of football defensively that they want to play. They want to play the run on the way to your quarterback. Well, the 49ers are too physical of a football team to try to play football like that, because they came out today with a mentality that said, we're running the football today. And if you want to jump around blocks and try to get to our quarterback, have at it. But we're going to crease you. And you saw what they did, Skip. 44 rush attempts, 156 yards. And Jimmy G didn't have to do a whole lot of heavy lifting. You want the ball in Jimmy G's hand. Skip, I want Jimmy G to beat me. I'm not going to let them run the ball. I'm not going to let them get all exotic with that run game and beat me. But I was surprised with how... Well, I'm not surprised, because I didn't envision the game going like this. If you had told me, say, well, you know what, Shannon, they're going to fall behind early, well, I say, well, Odell's not going to get a whole lot of playing time. They wanted to be in a situation where they have the lead or the game is close, so therefore we can use Odell accordingly. But because the game got so far out of hand, Skip, they weren't able to use Odell. The best thing to happen is they got the bye week now. I know they don't like losing 2 games heading into the bye week, but this will give Odell, this will give Von Miller an opportunity to get caught up on the offense, get caught up on the defense, and I expect them. Skip, I would have expected 150 yards and a touchdown or 2, but I expected more opportunities than what I saw him receive last night.
I don't know. I'm not in the Hall of Fame, but silly me, I went into last night expecting Odell to be the savior, because that's all I heard all week was he's going to be the savior. And yet, what did we see right out of the box from old Hollywood Sean. Old Sean McVay, who's the ringmaster of the Rams. He's a showman. He's a grandstander. And what did he do on the very first offensive play of the game?
A little speed out, Odell.
He threw a little quick out to Odell, said, "Watch this. I got him." That was a shot at Cleveland. That was a shot at Baker Mayfield and Kevin Stefanski. Watch what we can do. I'm the genius here, and watch what I can do with Odell Beckham Jr. He has come to Hollywood. He is on our marquee. Watch this, NFL. And a couple of plays later, as you referred, Matt Stafford drops back, and he's not sure, and he's not sure. And if we could see the interception, the deep throw to Odell, he's not sure. I think I got to get the ball to old Hollywood Odell. He's in Hollywood. Wait a second. Completely on the wrong page. Odell stops running. Matt thinks he's going to continue to run, and Matt Stafford says, "I'm just going to wing it because I have to force feed the ball to number 3.
No, you don't have to.
Well, that's the mentality that every quarterback he's ever played with falls into. It's the Odell effect. You become Odell-centric. You become too Odell-conscious because he is an internet sensation.
But, Skip, you see the safety is single high. So why would you throw that?
There's nothing there unless you think he's so good that if he keeps running, he will outleap both safeties, if it's the corner and the safety, for the football.
Odell, not Superman, Skip.
Okay? And yet, actually, the best play Odell made, the most physical play I've seen him make maybe in 3 years since he left New York, was he actually knocked down Jimmy Ward, who intercepted it. He just knocks it. He just flat out cold cocks him. And I said, Odell, I didn't know you had that in you. Way to go. Way to go. Right. I mean, it was kind of a sitting duck shot, right? But still, I'm thinking, okay, now what? And now what? We saw one more target to him, and it was on their touchdown drive, and they had it all the way down, you know, where they're about to go in for the score. If we could see the other, just to be fair about this, he ran a little deeper out. Right. And Matt Stafford hit him on time. Okay, so that would be the best of Odell last night. So he catches 2 balls for 18 yards on 3 targets. And to your point, he was non-existent after that. But could we quickly see, just for the record, what happened right after the interception? The ESPN cameras caught him on the sideline, and he was animated and upset. And he was actually talking to the backup quarterback, Wolford, I think, or to the offensive coordinator, or both. But they're going back and forth, and he's trying to explain what he was trying to do on the route. Right. Well, this is the Odell package you have to put up with, because he's always just an inch away from a sideline fit, a tirade.
But here's the thing, Skip. It looks like to me he's explaining, well, I'm keeping it up the rail. Yeah. I see the safety in the hole. Why would I run to the hole? Why would I run to the hole safety when I got the whole rail down the field?
Somewhere, Baker Mayfield is chuckling over all the above, because this was his issue. This is what I defended him on, because too often in Cleveland, Odell ran the wrong route or his own route or stopped running the route. And in this case, he just stopped running the route. He saw that he's basically double covered, and he just said, well, I got nothing here. And he watched the ball sail over his head, and to his credit, he finished the route out and then knocked him down. Okay? But the point is, as Baker Mayfield would tell you, he's difficult to deal with, because a lot of times he just decides he sees something that the quarterback doesn't, and he runs his own wherever he wants to go. He just gets a feeling, well, this will work on this play, except that's not the design play. So as we talk about, Amari Cooper might be the best route runner in pro football. Well, he's running it to a dime. He's stopping on a dime exactly at the exact spot, at the exact yard line he's supposed to. Okay, Odell's the counter opposite.
Well, the thing is, Skip, look, if we call a dig route, if the guy's playing outside leverage, we still got to run a dig route. We can't run a curl because the guy's playing outside leverage, because the quarterback is thinking dig. Well, you run a curl, guess what? He's going to hit the DB in the chest, and it's going to be a pick six. You can't ad-lib like that. You got to stick to the script.
Okay, so last night we saw live on national TV that Debo is he's just better than Odell is at this stage and age, right?
Yeah, but that's not saying it. I mean,
okay.
You thought Odell was better than Debo?
Well, the internet did, because he's an internet sensation. In fact, to me, Odell has become more of sort of a YouTube star off his past highlights than he is an in-game star.
It seems like me, you using internet now. You despise the internet unless it's beating up Odell,
Okay.
and then you take what that's what the internet
Was
says.
that not the biggest story in a long time that he chose the Rams? He's
Yes.
going to Hollywood.
Yes.
And then the bigger story was Robert Woods tore his ACL the Friday after Odell arrives.
But what did I tell you? I said, why did they get Odell? They got Odell because you saw it last night, Van Jefferson. Again, they got him to do what Van Jefferson is doing. Odell was meant to be the third receiver.
He needs to be better than Robert Woods, and I just don't think he's better than Robert Woods.
Now he's forced to be the second receiver when they was bringing him in to be the third receiver because Jefferson